Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I talked on this, maybe, what was it, last week, couple weeks ago? But I think it might have been a couple of weeks ago. But overall, talking on the topic, and this would be the part 2 of that episode. But being loneliness, the whole topic, the discussion of just overall lonely. So yeah, a while ago I kind of was I did an episode where I was talking about my own problems with dealing with loneliness and things, and it's honestly something where it's like it's gonna probably affect a lot of people. I wouldn't overall say everybody, and who knows, it might affect everybody. That's the thing. I can't even make that assumption that it's not gonna affect everybody, but I'm just I'm under the impression where it's like even like or like popular kids like if they really want to, or just overall popular people, not even popular kids, but it's like they really want to be around somebody, they can. Like you got the publicity, you got the fame, so it's like everybody knows you. But even then, I feel like all of that is like a lie. Like the fame and publicity is a lie, because you could be surrounded by 100 people and not know any of those people and not relate to any of those people and just don't overall want anything to do with those people. So that right there, like, that's loneliness. Like, that's pure loneliness. You could be surrounded by people and still will feel like an emptiness in you and stuff. And so that was me, and it's still me. Like, that's something I'm not afraid to admit. Like, I still be having my days where I'm like, loneliness and all of that will get to my mind. But I found the medicine for it. I found the cure for it. And the one thing that you can do, and you can literally do anything that you want to just get this off of your mind. But you have to like commit to it. You can't just be like, oh, I'll do it. Like, no, you have to commit to it. You have to keep doing it. But the one thing that you can do to take your mind off of loneliness is just keep busy. It's like one of the simplest things that you can do, and you could literally do anything that you want to do. If you want to paint, you could do that. If you want to wash your car, you could do that. If you want to record YouTube videos, you could do that. If you want to Twitch stream, you could do that. If you want to work out, you can literally do anything that you want to do. And I know that people probably ask me why do I have so many channels? Because the thing is that when I had just 2 channels, I still felt that void. And it didn't, and I would push out so many videos. That's why I think back even in 2015 and a little bit of 2016, I was pushing out probably 30 videos a day across both my main channel and my gaming channel. 15 reaction videos and 15 gaming videos. Work on those videos the whole day, and then I would overall just go to sleep, or record some videos throughout the night. Wake up that morning, record some more videos. So it was just like a non-stop thing. But then I got bored of that. And then also I was like, another thing that had happened was I started working at this job in downtown Seattle. So I really didn't have the time for YouTube. So I'll come home, be all stressed out and tired and not wanting to do nothing. And then that loneliness would, just pretty much would throw the final punch. And I would be down and out. And I remember then it was like 2017 rolled around. I'm getting this hate on YouTube. Work is getting more and more stressful. I'm saying and then it's seemed like I was getting a little bit more distant from YouTube at that. And I wasn't even really, focusing on being a content creator. The one thing that I said I was doing a lot of was responding to the hate that I was getting at the time. And I really wasn't focused on myself. So I was like, dang, I don't know if I need to take a break or if I need to disappear or, just focus on one thing. But yeah, I wasn't in the good state of mind that I was in. But that was the one person I have to say that did get me out that slump. and happens to just be the greatest friend that I've ever had in my life. Like the one friend where I'm like, I'm not like, no disrespect to any of my other friends. Like y'all got, a part in my heart too. But no, this is like Priscilla from Four Souls. She's the one friend where I'm like, they give you a reason to keep going. So that's all thanks to her. Like, so the videos, the podcasting, Twitch streaming, all of that, all thanks to her. That's the one person that you can thank for me being the content creator that I am today. Because that's when you have a friend like that in your life, and that's like one thing where it's like, just be around your friends or talk with your friends. And I felt like that void was gone. Like that emptiness was gone. Like I found somebody that can like fill that spot in. And so, but then quarantine had happened, and then it just really like got to my mind. Like everything I have to say, like I feel like everybody in quarantine had like they did go a little bit crazy, and I have to say that was my problem. Was like now I'm like forced to stay indoors and not allowed to do a whole lot, and that wasn't like the main thing, but it was like overall like it was just one of the many things. Like I wouldn't say that was like the least. Quarantine was like the least thing, because the main thing that I was thinking on was like, bro, how many videos am I gonna be able to do? So it was that, and then it was just like millions of other things that was just crossing my mind at the same time. And then I remember it was like that was like the first time in years I just broke down in tears. That's a car outside. I was like, what was that? I'm like, but no, they said that thing and that like Chinese rocket, it already landed. And I'm all like, well, it's time for me to go. I guess I'm just gonna have to end this episode early. But anyways, but no, so so like when quarantine happened, like first time in years. I think last time I had cried was in 2014 or maybe 2015. It was one of them 2 years. But bro, I'm like, and it's like now it's like the bike making more noises and stuff. I'm like, bro, like just drive away, just go, leave, just leave. That's it. That's all you need to do. I don't know why it's like that, man. I don't know why he parks his bike into a position where it's like he has to like walk it out backwards and then he drives off into the sunset. No, bro. Park it like back up into your driveway with the bike and then just drive out. Like raise your garage and then just drive out. I don't know why that's so difficult, but anyways, or just park it at an angle, bro. But anyways, moving on. Back to what I was talking about. Lonely, being lonely and stuff. But anyways, so first time in years, broke down, started crying, and it was like for probably like 2 weeks, I was just like not wanting to do nothing. Like that was the first time since 2017, I honestly didn't feel like doing anything, where I was just laying there just depressed. And so eventually, I started, I was like slowly working my way to just like, because it's like a baby step process to, like getting out of like the lonely slumps and stuff. So it was a baby step process. So I didn't want to all the way like quit being a content creator, not so much as quit, but taking a break from being a content creator. But I wanted to, I just needed like some time. And so I took like 2 days off. And then, but at the same time, though, like I still was posting things and I still was doing stuff. So I know I was recording podcast episodes. So I started off with that. And then I worked my way back into doing videos. And because there was like at a point in time where I really wasn't even doing like reaction videos. I was just kind of just doing videos where I was just sitting around and talking and stuff. So I did that, doing videos where I was just kind of like sitting around talking and things. And then I worked my way back into doing reaction videos, was creating more channels along the way. So I was just, focusing on creating channels and crap and coming up with ideas for that. And, just overall being a bigger and better like content creator and stuff. And so then I came across McNasty and them guys, started doing reaction videos on them. And then I was like one of the things that just really made me feel good was the amount of support and fans that I was getting, on YouTube. So that took a lot. And then I feel like after all of that stuff had kind of just settled, and I was still doing, videos, and I was still just doing the same thing, just overall like trying to get out the slumps and stuff of being lonely. Then it hit me again. And so it hit me again, kind of was like feeling down, but I did not put myself out. That was the one thing I told myself I wasn't going to do. I'm like, I don't care how tough times get, I'm not going to put myself out. So what I overall started doing, and that's something that I encourage a lot of people to start doing, is just get what you need to get to take your mind off of things and just work. Like, and that was like, and it wasn't even too long ago where I remember I just was feeling like really down and out. So instead of like sitting around, because that's the one thing, it's like sitting around and thinking about it isn't going to change anything. Like, it's still like after you're done thinking about it, you still gonna have to go back into the reality of being lonely. So you might think like on the lifestyle that you want, or you might think of the life that you got right now. Once when that thinking process is done, you're right back where you were at. So it's like it ain't gonna change because, and that's the one thing where it's like don't take no easy ways out. Like that, my thing is like the life that you was given that life for a reason. You was given that life for a reason to just overall prove to people that hey, it's okay to feel the way that you're feeling. That's feelings. And it's okay to be in situations that you're in. That's why they call it like that's why the word situation is called that. And it's like if you look up the definition of situation, it's like when you're in a predicament. You look up a predicament, is you're in a situation. So that's what it's like. You guys see it is that it's okay to be in a situation. There's people out there who's been in far more worse situations, like worse than being lonely. Like there's people out there where it's like it's just overall like it's sad, when I hear some of the stories and stuff. There was a story that I had just read, and dang, I'm like, man, what was that story? I read it like earlier today, and I'm like, I should have saved it. I can't even remember where I had seen it. I don't know if I seen it on TikTok or Facebook or social media somewhere, but oh man, it was something serious. But anyways, I can't even think of the story. But I'm like, I think it has something to do with like suicide or something like that. But it's like I feel like that's like one of the worst situations or just worst mindsets that you can possibly be in. Now I've never had to be in the mindset like that, and I hope and pray to God that I never like am in a mindset like that. But I did feel like I kind of in a way did get like I didn't get like that close, but it was like I just didn't really care about what happened to me at the end of the day, where it's like I didn't want to die, but at the same time I was like if I were to get like physically hurt, I'm like oh well. So I'm like that's how I was like that's how I was at one like last year, especially because I was like man, I was like that mindset, that was a scary mindset where I was like I really don't care what happens to me, where it's like everything is just hitting me all at once. And so yeah, that was a mindset where I'm like I would rather be in the loneliness mindset and stuff. I'm saying that because I'm like the mindset that I was in back last year. I'm like I don't wish that on anybody, not even my worst enemies and stuff. So anyways, but yeah, fast forward to this year. So yeah, it was like feeling it all over again, like, and especially because so here's the thing, there's like podcast episodes and videos that I came across where it kind of triggered those like memories of being lonely and stuff. And I did kind of like talk on it last year and stuff, but I was like, you know what, like no, like I just that's like a past I don't really want to go into and again. So I'm like I'm gonna just hurry up, do what I need to do with this content, and just move forward. Like that's behind me. That was last year. Like and ain't no more like now. So I'm like I'm overall moving forward, and that's what I did. So there were days where I was staying up till like 3-4 a.m. recording videos, and I'm still doing that now. And I'm working out, going out on walks, doing literally anything that I can possibly do to just take my mind off of things. And that's one of the things, like, and that's overall like the main objective of this episode is to take your mind off of things. Like even sitting down, like hearing me and what I'm saying and stuff. You probably still feeling lonely. You still probably have that feeling and stuff, but that stuff don't last forever. Like nothing lasts forever. You guys see it as this. This is my example for being lonely. This is something I was thinking. I was literally taking a shower, thinking of like what I'm gonna say for this episode and stuff. That was one of the examples I wanted to tell you guys. When a person is skydiving, like that's something that's happening at that moment. So it's like when you're being lonely, like it's happening at that moment. So when you jump out of the plane and you're floating or not even floating, you just straight up just falling and stuff, like that's that process. I feel like that's that process of you just like overall like jumping out of that loneliness. Like you guys see is like the plane is the loneliness. You got to jump out of it. You got to jump. That was just something I just thought of right now. I'm like, bruh, I'm telling you, I'm like, I should honestly just be like an improv motivational speaker or something. Cause I'm like, the stuff I be saying, none of this is written down. Like I sat there and I was like, that's something that I actually feel. But you guys see it's like the plane is loneliness. You got to jump out of that plane. You're going to see this, like, because once you jump out of that plane, you're going to see this whole world in front of you. You're going to see this beautiful sky. You're going to see other people jumping out that plane too. And that's like, my thing is like, that's the one thing that people has to do or have to do when you're in a situation. You just got to jump out of it. You don't continue being, because my thing is like, okay, you stay in the plane, you're gonna still continue being lonely. So then the plane's gonna land, and then it's like, I feel like you just gonna be in that slump of where, like, because that's why, like, that's where it's like the place in my, like, like with my life and things, like, I'm laying in bed thinking of my life, and I'm like, man, it's a sad life. So I'm like, okay, what can I do about this? Get myself closer to the life that I want. So when I'm pushing out 30, 40 videos a day across all of my channels and possibly more, because there is bro, I'm telling you, there was a 1 month, I think that month I was feeling it. That month I was feeling it, because I think I overall counted up how many videos I recorded that month. I recorded, like, I think it was over 200 videos across all my channels. So my thing is like, that was me like jumping, but taking a jetpack and literally like crashing into Earth. Okay, nah, I'm not staying in. That's the one thing. It's like, you can't stay in situations forever. Regardless of whatever the situation is, you can use this episode and place it in the situation that you're dealing with. And it doesn't even have to be about loneliness. This episode can literally, that's one thing that I've like overall have taught myself to do, where the things that I say, the stuff that I talk on. So if I'm talking on loneliness, I want you guys to be able to use this for like suicidal thoughts, depression, like depressing thoughts, like anger, just sadness, everything possible that you see yourself in a negative situation, a bad relationship with a significant other or friends or family, whoever it is. You got to jump. My thing is like, I want to say things to be able to tell people that's like, you can get out of a situation. So you guys see the situation as the plane, you gotta jump out of that plane. Can't look back, can't be scared, you gotta jump out. If you really want to jump out of that plane, you really want to skydive out that plane, you gotta do it. It's like, can't stay in that plane forever. Eventually, it's like, then who knows? I'm like, I feel like you're gonna probably have people like that's gonna be like blunt with you, or they're gonna have to be that push that you need. Because I'm saying, like, there's been times I've like friends of mine, they've been in situations I straight pushed them out the plane. I'm like, I will straight, like, not even that, like stone cold stunner. Like, I will kick you in your gut, grab you by your head, and I would stone cold stunner you all the way down to earth if I need to. But it's like, do not, under any circumstances, be stuck in a situation where it's like, I can't think straight, I can't do this, I can't do that. So it's like, you gotta get yourself out of situations. You gotta just think better for yourself. I'm like, because at the end of the day, that is what's good for you. All right. So, anyways, and that being said, I hope you guys found this episode helpful. I felt like this is a pretty real episode that I just did here. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 32 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook at TMossBoss. Stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.